ahead and take that one next, if you guys can. Dennis?
Have there ever been suggestions of trying to send dogs or any pets to the ISS for companionship or pet and space research?
Good one. Anybody know that one?
Not that I'm aware of. I know that there's one of the things I was working on when I was on my last mission was to start a program about bedtime stories in space. And the story I read was about the dog going to the moon with a crew. I think the guy's writing a follow-on companion piece for a dog going to the ISS, a crew member there. So maybe the suggestion out there, we might start the ball rolling.
And I just wanted to add one thing to that. We have looked at growing plants as part of the physiology to try to have hands-on types of things. So that's step one, and we're still working on that, so maybe the dogs are next. Start with plants and then go to animals.
But I took my dogs to the station, as you probably know, with Astroflow Twitter handle.
Yeah, excellent. We've got one back here. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Suzanne, and I'm from the district. I work with an organization that supports grant makers, and it's probably a business question. So my question is, as funders, are we allowed to kind of put RFIs out to support NASA, say corporate funding or community foundation funding? Do you solicit that kind of funding, or is this a strictly federally based funding option?
I'll take one shot at that. And I probably, if we can hook up later, I can give you some more information. But actually from NASA, we have appropriated dollars, and we can't accept anything other than what's appropriated by Congress for us. But I would say if you are interested in doing something like that, the CASIC part of our side, the National Lab part, it would be an avenue, a mechanism that you could look into.
And then one other side of that, we have strategic partnerships where the partner brings one piece and NASA brings another piece. So we'll have access to space station, and your partnership will bring maybe something else to go to space station. So you're not augmenting our budget, but you are coming into a partnership where we all have different responsibilities in the partnership.
Yeah. Excellent point. We've got another question here in the auditorium. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Dina Rosenberg from Boulder, Colorado, and my question was, how do you guys, when you're out in space, deal with all the sunrises and sunsets happening multiple times a day, lights going off and on? I mean, do you guys hang out with a sad lamp for a few hours a day or something like that to stay kind of in a regular circadian rhythm?
That's a good question, because you have 16 days every 24 hours. So the first part of that is you need to have really good sleep discipline, which means that you go to bed on time. And so for our crew, bedtime was 8 o'clock. And we had that bedtime in quarantine so that our bodies would be used to that bedtime. And that same time every 24 hours is the bedtime that we kept. And our commander was really, he was a very laid-back guy, except if people weren't going to bed on time, then he'd get really grouchy. So we would definitely want to get that sleep. And it's very important to do that, because otherwise the crew, after about 4 or 5 days of hanging out, looking out the window when they should be getting rest, they will be worthless. And they'll make, there's the possibility of making mistakes and things like that. So sleep discipline is the first thing. And so so you need to protect the area from their sleeping from the sun, and so that it's dark, when you're sleeping. Now, when you're doing EVA, you also need protection against the sunrise and the sunset. And the first thing is that there's a very big temperature difference between day and night. So it's about minus 130 degrees during the night, and plus 250 degrees during the day. So it's a wide temperature extreme. And so to protect you from the cold, you have heaters on your gloves, and you have little straps that you pull. They look like little shoelaces on your gloves that turn on the heaters. And you also have a little dial here. It's like a triangular knob that is kind of iconic if you look at any of the pictures of the spacesuit. And what that is your thermostat. And so often the person who's helping you walk through your EVA, the IV in terms of inside the vehicle, the IV person helping the EVA person, and they would say it's 5 minutes to sunrise. Go ahead and set your thermostat and turn it down, and go ahead and turn off your glove heaters. Or then it's 5 minutes to sunset. Go ahead and put on those glove heaters and reset your thermostat. And you also have a